keep the love. I'm getting dome from tall, thick, chocolate female plugs. Kanye shrug, hitting numbers that matter.
Thanks for tuning to the Black Fathers Initiative of Cleveland. Really appreciate the love. Make sure you guys click the like button, subscribe. And I'm going to keep dropping this material for you guys. First and foremost, just want to thank you guys for the 1,000 subscribers that subscribe to the channel. I know the channel was pretty much audio, but I was just pretty much getting up the courage to start, talking and seeing about reviewing, as well as, when you start hearing people like, man, you should go ahead and put a review up and you should start reviewing the stuff too. And so, I'm just pretty much taking some constructive criticism from people and putting some information out there. But once again, this page is pretty much about Black empowerment. And we talk about a lot of Black issues. Everything here is Black. But first off, we try to talk about issues going on in the Black community, with relationships, with women, with men, as well as, just things going on in the Black community, period, with our young men, as well as we have different interviews on here from Dr. Umar to Sister Ali, Kevin Samuels, who else? Frances Cress Welsing, I believe that's her name, and more. I have a few podcasts on her. I think her name is Courtney Michelle. I think the Sister Ali one that I did, she was the interviewer on that one. But I believe I did tag her, or I did put her name in the description and everything. If not, I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. But yeah, so I just try to give some enlightenment to everybody who watches the channel, who's interested in, bettering our community. The Black Fathers Initiative of Cleveland, pretty much what we do is, we're a nonprofit organization in Cleveland, trying pretty much helping young men as well as women be more successful and monetize. And our focus is to help them monetize their hustles. So, our mentality is to get in there and teach kids how to be financially literate, how to start businesses, how to, work with customers, customer service, how to talk to people, just really mentorship in business, but as well as mentorship in life as well, because we also know a lot of, unfortunately, in our community, there's a lack of fathers in the home. So I'm a father of two, so, I have some opinions on fatherhood and some of the things that they speak about on fatherhood, as well as I have some opinions on, dating, because I'm single, so I'm dating. I'm not married, so I definitely have a lot of opinions on a lot of things that Kevin Samuel says and a lot of things that other people say. So yeah, so that's why I'm here. That's why the channel is here. Once again, I appreciate the love. We're going to keep it going, and I'm just going to keep dropping just like I was dropping before. Nothing's going to change. You're just going to see my face at the bottom of the screen. So let's get to it.
What is that in English?
It's a larger dog, and their breed is meant for guarding and protecting. They're very protective of their home and their family.
Okay, so what's your disagreement?
Honestly, I don't have a disagreement. I just came here because I honestly want some advice from you.
Get that dog out the house.
It says disagreement day.
Oh, I know, but this is my first time catching you on live. Normally I'm asleep. And
you have a job?
I do. I own a business.
Okay, so I do too.
And I do have a question.
But I have a business. And if you wanted my advice, you could always book a session if you can't catch us at the show live.
I was trying to go online earlier.
But all you have to do, man, but see, what kind of business do you own?
I own a pet grooming and doggy daycare and indoor dog.
So
that's where all the damn
what
dogs
you're basically
coming
trying to do is, I have a disagreement day, and you basically came in and said, damn your topic, I want to ask you what I want to ask you. And but you are more than welcome to go on my website and purchase your time to talk with me one-on-one. Because what you're trying to do is rather rude. But I will go ahead and do it because I'm going to use this as a teaching lesson.
There you go.
How old are you?
You're going to take the disrespect and turn it into a lesson.
35 years old. 35 years old and you're a business owner. And what's your question?
My issue is, I want to know at what point when I'm just meeting a guy, do I tell him that I'm a business owner? Because my problem is that when I try to date down and the conversation comes up to where I own a business, the guy is either like, hey, can I come join in on you on that business? Or can I put some money and be a business partner? And I'm not looking for that. And I honestly...
hold on. I need to be clear on this subject. Where are you at?
North Carolina.
And you're saying when to tell somebody you own a business?
Because I find when I date down, guys see an interest and want to be like a business partner. And I'm learning that maybe I need a high value man because that's what.
Well, first off, ma'am, I really don't understand. What
How
kind
much
of
does your
man
business
are you
make?
talking about?
That would be my next
Because
question.
owning a business is no different than having a job, in my opinion.
Right, depending on how much money you make.
I'm not getting what you're saying. When should you? I'm not understanding why this is an issue. If you're, what kind of men are you? What kind of men are you dating?
She's dating down. She's dating homeless men.
I try to give.
She's dating homeless people.
Try to give guys that
Let me shut up.
not
That's not right.
a chance.
You try to do what?
I try to give guys that's not on my level a chance.
Why? What do you mean on your level? What does that mean?
Uh-oh.
That's making 6 figures or more.
But I don't okay. You try to give guys who are not on your level a chance. Why?
And
Good question. Why?
because I honestly want a 6-figure guy. Is what I'm realizing.
Okay, so let me just go ahead and net it out for you. You ready?
Uh-huh.
The guys you want aren't asking you out.
Well, I haven't been putting myself out there, honestly.
Uh-oh.
But you put yourself out there enough for the guys you don't want or beneath you to ask you out.
Those are like guys I met online.
Right. So, again, the men you want are not asking you out. See, you ladies do this. You go and deal with men who you feel are beneath you, and then you ask how to fix them. I'm not beneath you. I don't know how to fix a guy that's down there. That's not my concern. The better question is, why can't you get a guy on your level? That's the real question. Well, first of all, I would tell you what I said in here automatically is a problem. Why you would come onto a show that you know is a disagreement day? It's selfish. It's like, yes, ma'am. It's like I want what I want. I don't say things for no reason.
I ain't gonna lie, man. And I don't be liking to look at people. I like doing the audio because I'd rather not see exactly what she looks like, because I feel like if I see what she looks like, it's gonna make me feel a certain way about her, right? But based off of what she said, in my opinion, the reason that she can't find a 6-figure guy, and the reason 6-figure guys aren't asking her out, is probably because she may not be 6-figure material. Now, when I say that, I don't mean 6-figure material like, you can make 6 figures, but it's a lot of people out here that make 6 figures and aren't that attractive. A lot of times, money can make you attractive. Now, I'm not saying this lady was ugly, because I don't know for a fact. I remember some of this IG, but I don't remember it all. And honestly, yeah, I don't ever remember nobody being like butt ugly. So she couldn't have been like a 2. She had to be at least a 6 or 7. But at the same time, a 6-figure man wants a 9 or 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you got money don't make you a 10, and it may make you feel like you're high value, but to people who are really high value, or people who've been high value and they want high value, because he hasn't asked her yet, but I'm quite sure he's going to ask her if she have any kids. Now, the way that all them dogs sound in the back, and she has a 6-figure business, she may not have no kids. That's what I'm thinking, that she might not have no kids because she got all them dogs in the back, and she says she making 6 figures. If you got a kid, I don't think you got all them dogs in the back. You know what I'm saying? I think you keep the dogs at the kennel, but it sounds like them dogs is in the house. So, I don't know. Let's see. Let's go on.
That's why I asked you questions. You're 35 years old, a business owner. That means you understand what business is, and you know this is a business. And I have a show title. And you said, "Damn your show title, I want to talk to you." But you could have went to my business and booked time to talk to me, but you wanted what you wanted, how you wanted.
I'm sorry.
No, and I'm using this as a lesson. That's the
Wow.
problem with too many of you black women. You don't do shit the right way with black men. That was improper. And when I told you the right way, you still were like, well, whatever. So I'm gonna use this. When was the last time you had a relationship?
Like the end of last year around December.
How long did it last?
A year.
A year? And was that man, did you go to college?
Did I go to college?
Yes.
No, sir.
Okay, and how long have you owned your own business?
9 years.
And how long
That's
have
a
you
long
been
time.
making 6 figures or more?
The last 3.
Okay, why do you need a man making 6 figures?
Because I'm finding out that the guys that I date, it's not working out.
What does that have to do with money?
Because I feel like I need a guy that I can respect and admire, and I'm ambition, and I want a guy that has that drive too. And when he doesn't, I find myself, encouraging him, like, "Hey, babe, you can do this and you can do that." And then,
All right, so in North Carolina, what percentage of the population, what percentage of men in this country make 6 figures or more?
I think it's like 5%.
And this right here, okay, is why I am a Kevin Samuels fan. Because he will break down them numbers and start giving them numbers to you. And there's nothing you can say. And it makes women kind of have to take things into consideration for real. Because all these things that you want, I mean, I understand you want them, but logically, your probability of getting them is very, very low.
I'm not.
Closer to 10. So,
Okay.
10%. All right. So the question is, what do those men who make that kind of money, who all women tend to want, what do they want?
I feel like they want arm candy, somebody who can
Not arm candy.
have more to bring to the table than just looks, but also bring balance to their life. I feel like I can help them out on
Okay, slow down. I'm not understanding. You said they want arm candy, then you contradicted yourself. They want somebody that more than just looks.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
arm candy, but something behind, bring with it, and more in depth.
Do you know any men who make 6 figures or more?
My dad and my uncle.
Do you
Besides
know any men
besides
that
your
you're
dad and
related
uncle.
to that make 6 figures or more?
Unrelated to? Yeah,
Men
not
that
on
you
a
are
personal-
not related to.
Not on a personal level.
So you don't know them. You don't know what they want, but you want them. Man, I'm
Hey.
going to suggest that you really don't know what you want. And saying 6 figures is just something that you've got taken from out there. But I'm not hearing this rooted to anything. But what do you want ultimately? Do you want to be married, children, what?
Yes, I want to be married.
Do you want any children?
Yes.
How many?
I have a son now, so
Okay. How old
I-
is your son?
so you got a
he's
kid.
13.
Told you.
Where's the father?
He's not in his life.
I
Well,
didn't ask
he-
that. I said, where's the father?
Well, he's not like in it like I would like him to be.
So he's
All right,
around.
so let me go ahead and take this down, ma'am. Men who make the kind of money you're talking about have options. And
Here it
typically,
comes.
I don't want to deal with women who have 13-year-old sons who are used to dating men. This doesn't sound appealing to the kind of man you're talking about. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I was thinking once I start booking session with you that
I can't change men.
I know, but I can approve myself, and I feel like I have a lot to offer to those type of men.
Okay, but see,
Book a session in.
you should have stopped right there. I just told you I cannot change men. And you said, once
Right.
I book a session with you, I'm not a miracle worker. I'm telling
Right.
you what they want. And you're still
Right.
saying, yeah, but I want them. They don't want you.
But I have been working on myself this year and booking your
Okay, ma'am, but okay. 35, 13-year-old son with a sketchy father. Why would a man who's in the top 10% of earners who women across the country want that?
Because I have a lot to offer. I feel like
Would you want your son to, if you had a son making that kind of money, would you want him to bring home a woman who had a 13-year-old son from a sketchy father? Or would you prefer him to get a woman who had no children, was younger, and easier to get on his program?
depending on his age.
See what I mean?
You want
See what I mean?
she want
This
what she
goes
want.
so deep for black women.
She want what she
They will
want.
even. Should have been an easy
Doesn't even
question.
care. She don't even
No,
care.
I would not want my son to bring. I want the best for my son.
No.
That should have been the appropriate answer. That's why I sat up. That is bullshit.
Hey,
You should want the best for your son.
though everybody
Of
wants the best for their
course.
children, and she
But
knows.
this is. But
She knows for a fact.
And are you thinking?
She would tell her son that he can't be with her or don't be with her.
If he brought home a
Then-
woman, yes, I feel like
If
I'm
he was
the
making
exception
6
to the
figures.
rule. But
No, you're not. That's the problem. You all think you're the exception to the rule, but your life has proven to you that you're not.
There's
My
not too
love
many
life
exceptions
is not
to the
that good.
rule.
I agree with you. Because
That's my point, and ma'am, and that's my point. You ladies all feel like, listen, you ladies all feel like you're the exception to the rule. And then when someone like myself comes along and gives you a dose of reality, instead of just accepting it, it's like, yeah, but I'm special.
Yeah, but
You don't know
Yeah,
any
but-
men on this level that are not your father, that aren't related to you. That means you don't know these
you
men.
got to tell. You
don't
got to
know
ask
where
your
to
father
go
and your
get them.
uncle to
You
introduce
don't
you
know
to some
what they
people.
want.
Only thing
But
I-
you're still
only thing I can
saying,
suggest.
pick me. They don't want mid-30-year-old baby mamas. I'm trying to be polite, man, but they don't want those.
Can I ask you a question?
Baby mamas.
Did you hear what I said?
Yes.
Did you hear me?
Why is that so? Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead with your
Why
question.
is it so what is-
Go ahead.
From my point of view, I feel like I get what you're saying. They do have better options, but also those better options are younger girls. Those younger girls don't necessarily 20-year-olds are not necessarily attracted to 45-year-olds.
20-year-olds.
Bullshit. I'm 51 and I can't beat them off with a stick.
I'm not.
That's
even,
another one on you lies. No, younger women are attracted to older men. What are you talking about?
So can you see me?
Yes, I can.
I can't.
Okay. So do you feel like a
This
woman
is a
like
recording.
me?
It's
Uh-huh.
not live.
What would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? You cannot use 7.
Would I rate myself?
Just your face.
My face when I wake up 5, but when I put myself together 6.
Okay. And how tall are you?
5'5".
Dress size.
I'm sorry?
Your dress size.
A 3.
Okay. So that makes you, if you give yourself a 5, that's average.
Average.
Yes.
So average looking women tend not to get high earning men. They tend to get average men.
The men that you getting.
So,
Did you, I mean, stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Breathe and digest. You're 35 years old.
Breathe.
And you can look around and see the world. You don't tend to see higher earning men with average looking women. Off rip. If you do see them, they got their average looking woman when they were both really young and he built his way up. But a man earning the kind of money you're talking about does not go for an average looking woman.
I mean, my body is not average, so.
But ma'am, you please don't make me say it.
Say what?
Say it. Say it. This is the type of shit you usually watch.
I really just wanted some
say
advice.
It, Kev.
I love you.
I'm giving you advice, but you're not taking it.
Come on, man. Say
the
it.
advice is, ma'am, you're
Say
average
it.
looking at best.
You're average. You're average.
I'm taking it in, but
You're average at
Okay,
best.
but you're not accepting the fact that, okay, average looking women, average looking woman who's older, average looking older woman with a 13-year-old son, average looking woman with a 13-year-old son with a sketchy baby daddy.
Sketchy baby daddy.
This gets worse every time I say something. And now you're asking for a man who's in the top 10% of men. You don't qualify for one. And you're making, I mean, I don't want to have to go there, but when you put in all these other factors, why can't you just get a man that's an average guy?
So, I'm going to cut that because it went a little bit longer, but we ain't got to get all into that. Listen, I told y'all before he even said what he said. And don't get me wrong, I didn't listen to this one today, but I've listened to all of them, but I didn't remember that one, like, for real. Like, it was just based off of the things she said. That's how, it's well, I ain't gonna say it's unfortunate, because I mean, if you have a standard, if you're a woman and you have a standard and that's what you want, then hey, go for what you want. That's all I can say is go for what you want. But in reality, you know what I'm saying? You could literally be chasing something that, like he said, doesn't want you, or you're never going to catch because, you're not, at that up there with them. You're not in that top bracket with, you know what I mean? Unfortunately. But I feel like, there's beautiful men and women in all tax brackets, okay? You can be an above average woman and find a very good man, might not be everything you want, because I think that's another thing that I don't know, maybe Instagram and, social media has pretty much put into people's heads like you're going to be able to find this perfect person. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. So you're never going to find the perfect man, okay? Just like no man is going to find the perfect woman. As a man, I feel like we already accept the fact that, I'm going to be with this woman, and I already know she has some flaws, but I can deal with those flaws. You know what I mean? Women, they don't want no flaws. They be like, nah, nigga, you can't do that. No, you got to be perfect. And it's just, nobody's perfect. So, you just have to